在是去找那个是主线呢？
Good doggy. Good boy.
怎么跑不快的？刚才不知道为什么跑不快啊，反正我们先去那个集会，去找到这个位置，没错的。哎呀，刚漏路了。狗子都睡那么死。
Hey,
这个还是不能嘴炮的。
open up! Open up!
Gurwell, what are you doing, Moishe?
Futsakapora, piece of junk. Never mind. We'll cut this shit down.
Sprich deine Gebete, Arschloch.
一个。
Oh, wanker! What the fuck was that?
嘿。
Wait!
为什么这一段强行脱我帽子呢？
You're gonna beg for mercy? After this?
We can make a deal. We have some of your people, we can exchange them.
Our people? What the hell are you talking about?
We caught some of them yesterday, trying to get to Liechtenstein, just like you.
No, I'm after Liechtenstein because I need to talk to him. Not his enemy. But if you know where he is, you better take me to him. Right now.
I have my orders. I'm not supposed to let anyone near him. Especially not someone who just beat my 2 best men. I'm not a fool.
Right. I'll go unarmed. If that'll convince you.
I'll trust you.
他是不是认识那
In return, you have
个
to trust me.
认识亨利的爸爸？
You can't see where we're going.
All right. But no tricks.
Those are the rules.
Wait, who is that somewhere?
We will soon find out. Let us in.
Wenches or the neighbour's daughter, any dirt you can dig up.
哟，
Off you go. Oh, who have you brought now, Sam?
I'm not entirely sure. But he says he knows you, and absolutely insisted he had to talk to you.
Ah. Of course. Henry. Lord Capon of Perkstein's page. We met on my visit to Rattay. He's all right.
Lord Capon's escort and bodyguard.
Quite. Quite. But tell me, what brings you here?
Well, that's quite a long story, sir.
I've got plenty of time, and actually I enjoy long stories.
Oh.
You know why? Because they demand a lot of wine. Please, take a seat and tell me everything.
If I'm not mistaken, Jobst sent you to von Berghoff with a message. How did that go?
糟透了。
Oh, how's that?
I hardly know where to start. I'm lucky to be alive. In any case, neither von Berghoff nor the League of Lords are planning to join Jobst.
Good God.
我们最后成功了，真是一段惊心动魄的旅程。简要说明好了。
We did.
And?
That bastard first used us.
Sacre.
No chance. On the contrary, von Berghoff and von Aulitz came here.
Christ.
I came here with a man called Zizka.
Zizka?
是的。
Well, blow me, Zizka is in the service of Prokop of Luxembourg.
Aye. What was strange was that his band was infiltrated by Istvan Toth.
That rat from Talmberg.
Turned out he was spying for von Berghoff. But he didn't do a great job for us.
I am starting to get confused.
That makes two of us.
You're not holding back, I see. After Zizka took us prisoner, it finally became clear we were on the same side, and Istvan had to flee.
So the fucker's still alive.
Not any longer.
You?
干掉他了。
To our enemy's death.
Just when we thought we were out of the woods and Istvan was gone, he appeared outside the walls of Nabokov again, with von Berghoff and Markvart von Aulitz. Von Aulitz was on his way to Kuttenberg with reinforcements
好
for
绕
Sigismund.
哦。
And with the finger of God.
With the...
A bombard.
Good lord!
Have you ever seen one?
I've heard about the bombard.
他们召回塔楼俘虏了我
Didn't
们。
have a chance. Took us to Trotsky and tortured us.
Zizka.
Thank God. What?
Dull moment with you. To happy endings then. And where is Lord Kate?
Well, the most fitting thing to call him would be...
A host?
That's right. Von Berghoff took him with him.
Your original plan went badly
上面不是有
awry,
3
I
块
must
面包
say.
吗？
For my part, I'm forced into hiding.
I know exactly what he'd say.
You do?
I spoke to Jobst just after we arrived at Suchdal. He expressly forbade me to look for you, or try to rescue Cape.
That damned...
嘿，
Did he say why?
Aye. He said you can look after yourself. And as a nobleman, Capon has nothing to fear in captivity.
我明白他的意思。
I must admit, I see his point. He has plans, and he's probably right about Capon. Nobody's...
It's true I can take care of myself, but the old schemer could at least have warned me, whatever...
Zizka sees Jobst as a pain in the arse, too. I mean, he's not fond of him.
Then, even so, what brings you to me?
No. My first concern is to rescue Lord Capon.
And there...
关系到你的安全。
Well, that is Istvan asked.
Where I am. In this city, you mean? Kuttenberg is a big city.
Not that they have not tried.
That's true, of course. But and if he hadn't...
好，谢
Thank you.
谢。
Don't worry your head over it.
Well,
But I'd regret it as well. I don't like pain. Nevertheless, let's turn...
that's exactly why I came to see.
Oh,
因为你可能知
Because
道
you，move in certain circles.
and
You conspire. You hear all the rumors.
so?
So you might know where they're holding him.
Sigismund
总不能我自己
confiscated the
潜入
property of
去
some burghers and noblemen in the city when they
一
opposed
个人去
him.
把它救
And
了
he
吧？
divided the property up between his loyal
又黑
followers.
屏了。
He seized Malashov Fortress from the Rutards, for instance. And didn't you say, Sam, that
Yes.
that was before von Berkoff was in these parts? But if he's here now, where else would he be but in Malashov? And if
哎呀，有
von
点晚。
Berkoff is there,
That's where his captive will be.
哦，
correct.
你好，
Cape on.
Well, that's fucked then. How the hell 3 of us conquer a fortress, and 1 of us a woman?
That's a conquest I'd like to see. It would go down in history.
The history of suicidal madness.
You can't just launch an assault on Malashov. It's a strong fortress. We'll need a cunning plan.
Or long ladders and lots of men. Arrange maybe.
接个电话。
Jobst ordered us not to stir up trouble. But if Capen...
Vanished
I don't know yet. But like I said, Malashov belonged to the Rutards. And I'm sure they're not keen on the new tenant. I think if you pay a visit to Sir Kunslin Rutard,
Like what?
who knows? Perhaps it'll... And he might not be averse to an arrangement with someone who'll...
Well, I
哎
wouldn't，get my hopes up.
Sigismund seized his fortress, but, surprisingly, he let him keep his palace in the city.
All right.
Once you have some news, you know where to find me.
我们到底在哪？
We're in the Jewish quarter, below my tavern. Goyim do not just wander in here.
为什么有时候会黑屏呢？
Good luck, and be careful.
Tell me about it.
库腾堡家族前往卢瑟德宫。
Careful.
哎，怎么出去啊？
Sei gesund.
我看一下啊。哎呀，东拐下去，现在去来得及吗？我不酒馆里睡个觉好了。房子我好像买了。哎，好好休息。
Oh well. Now just this.
下午好，吃个饼。
We're now open.
它这个路好难绕啊！
Greetings to you.
前面往左拐进去， 视着吗？不是。在城里面跑步也跑不快呀。是怎么进去吧？
Talk about the inheritance.
But your father's still alive, isn't he?
Aye, but he drools all over himself.
应该就前面这间房了。
Jesus Christ be praised.
好的，
I have not changed my answer.
还有丹尼斯，
I will not sell you the
现在
rights
是
to my
元宵
mines. Not today, not tomorrow, nor in 100 years. You will not get your hands
这也算落魄
on
贵
my
族吗？
silver.
You forget, I have influential friends. If you won't sell the mines, you'll lose them. Just like Malishov. Along with your life, if you defy me.
哦，啊，谁丹尼斯那么的美味元宵哦？
Mind your step. Two can play that game. Did you really think that I didn't know you were stealing the royal silver, eh? When your self-proclaimed king finds that out, your head will be on the chopping block.
哟，好好，好嘛，
Seize that traitor!
谁丹尼斯140个美味元宵哦？
Not
这是他女儿
another
吗？
step.
You'll get yours too, turtle dove.
哦，
What are you waiting for? Can't you see? They're threatening the Royal Mint Master!
我要帮手了。
He's one of them.
喂，
I'll lock your ass up. You let him on nicely. Show me your head off. Sword fight.
Come on, man! Blood! Yeah!
啊，
Blood!
You haven't a chance, bastard.
Kill
怎么死了？
Finish this quickly!
Fuck yourself.
哦，没事。
Damn. They gave me a going over. Good thing you showed up, lad.
哎，是丹尼斯240个元宵哦，这个很，这有，除非你一直走主线喽。
It's
Papa, my God, you're hurt.
I'm all right. What the hell was that?
I saved your life.
怎么
Didn't
攻
you
略罗
notice?
莎呢？
We would have been in the right if you hadn't taken the shot. Now we have the blood of the king's men on our hands. Do you have any idea what this
不
means?
会，
Was I supposed to let one of Sigismund's lackeys insult us in...
And you thought this?
You know what? Let's just leave it be. I don't want to argue in front of the young man here. Apologies for the mess, stranger. There aren't usually so many corpses strewn about our courtyard.
哦，
Should I get rid of them?
Absolutely not. We'll call the guards and tell them what happened. That Ulrich Vavark and his men attacked us for no reason.
You think that will make them let us off the hook?
Not for free.
哎，
But knowing young Plimmel, The commander of the guard, I'm sure he won't refuse. But back to you, lad.
I'm Henry of Scallis, squire to Lord Capon of Perkstein.
Pleased to meet you. Conslin Routard. And this feisty creature here is my daughter Rosa.
Like father, like daughter.
Why did your master send you to me, Henry?
He didn't, sir. Unfortunately, he's in enemy
帮他来
captivity.
说，看有没有他支线呢？
But I plan to rescue him. And I believe you can help me with that.
We can.
Lord Capon is held at Malashov.
Our Malashov? I don't envy him. I doubt its new master will lift a finger to do anything about it. Tell me, why would I meddle in matters that...
这是你的证，我们是一边的。
Well, we all stand on the same side.
That is undoubtedly true, especially since his people started sticking their fingers in my coffers. But to get involved in something as dangerous as free...
We have to do something to help.
Dangerous? It's madness.
没人会知道啦。
You haven't been in Kuttenberg for long, have you? I'd only end up with my head on the chopping block. And I don't even want to think about what they'd do to Rosa.
That's true. As long as Vavak's breathing down our necks.
Who is he, anyway?
Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus. The new he's had it in for us ever he's been pressuring me to hand over my mining rights. And now we've killed his men. Like Rosa said, lad. As long as Vavak is...
我要杀了他吗？
Christ almighty!
I don't doubt you could pull it off. Sigismund's people are like the Hydra. You chop off one head. No, killing won't solve anything. It's obvious Vavak is getting richer than his office warrants. He even uses it to mint counterfeit groschen. Using a faith if Sigismund were to find out.
那为什么他不知道呢？
Then why hasn't Sigismund heard?
Simple allegations aren't enough to charge.
But how do we find it?
Some of the silver goes missing somewhere along the way.
Find out. But how?
You're right. Only authorized people are allowed in. My friend Peter of Pisek. They ousted him from the Mint Master's office, but his brother Christian
想救少
remained
主
in the
真不
Italian
容易
court.
呀。
He wanted to become the Mint Master himself, but because of Vavak, he had to settle for the steward's office.
And that's saying something.
Christian and I were just talking about his suspicions. He'd welcome any dirt you can dig up on Vavak. If you go to him and ask for help on I'll help you free Lord Capon in exchange for evidence.
All right. I've already met Peter of Pisek, and I know he can be trusted. Let's hope the same goes for his brother.
Excellent. You'll find Christian in Horshan. Tell him the password, Via Argentum, the path of silver. But be careful, both of you.
We'll be praying for you.
哎呀，他并非真实历史人物，角色创造灵感源于库腾堡的故事人物罗莎或罗西娜，干沃生自捷克剧作家哦。美若天仙吗？不愿支付女儿嫁妆，让自己财富流淌之手。哦，这样子啊。任命为皇家铸币官，胡斯基爆发后，少数几个加入叛乱者的捷克高级贵族。看来很多历史记载的不怎么详细呢。他的晚年却有详细经历，当时他的支持者杨胡斯，向国王西格斯蒙德揭露了他的被烧死一事。哦。多好玩
Take care of yourself.
我不能说话吗
I hope you come back.
哦，看现在还不是这个时候。 平之路。是不是骑马这个速度会快一些呢？他居然是虚构人物啊！小灰升级，小灰有升级吗？我没看到哦。你看。反正我是觉得难了。这个西南吧，这样。
Quick!
哎呀，那不是很难追的哦。
Go! Quick!
不能射下马来吗？不知道呢。我马术倒是嘎嘎声。
Whoa!
Every gaffer recruits his own crew and chooses virgin veins. Paul's son is out there without fixing props.
I don't have time to discuss it with Paul. You'll be watching it from now on, all right? Or I'll have to find another vet.
You can't just sack me, steward. I got this job from Ulrich von Neuhaus.
But I can make sure he knows how you run the place. That's the 5th yucca who got scrushed in here.
This is some jiggery-pokery.
Be quiet. And now clear off. Hey, you...
You're a Christian.
I am.
Kunzlin Ruthard sent me about Via Argentum.
I see. But I'm afraid I don't have good news for Sir Kunzling. I haven't made much progress regarding the matter we discussed. I just don't have the time to investigate. I'm always needed somewhere, and there's always someone following me around.
那他真在图影子吗
For God's sake, what's your name?
Henry.
哎呦，石器怂
Nobody
了。
can know I'm looking into it. If Sir Kunzling trusts you...
Well, that's actually...
Excellent. You don't happen to come from a family of miners or smelters, do you?
我父亲铁匠呢
My father was a blacksmith.
It's a fine craft. But I'll be happy to tell you everything you need to know. Now, we need to talk somewhere in private. Careful!
矿业官员、矿石商人。
Where should I start looking?
Straight to the point. I like that. We know for a fact the silver must be getting lost somewhere on its way to the mint. That means it would be best to discreetly inspect all operations and find out where the problem is. First of all, you should ask miners from every shift how many corves they mine in a day. After that, we'll compare the numbers to the mine record books and see.
But the yields aren't the same every day, right?
True. That's why we have to focus on one particular day. For example, the other day, on the Feast of St. Petronilla, Foreman Fett was beaming and bragging to me about how much it helped. I mean, mined out.
我不能直接问吗？他们不怀疑吗？
Won't they be suspicious if I ask?
Of course. You'll have to proceed with the... Nevertheless,
看来又是
the
跟嘴
miners
炮
are a
有关
strange
的。
bunch. They might not be very forthcoming at first, and they have an odd way of speaking. Like, calling each other Sonny. How you should pretend to be really interested in them. You could be a scholar writing a treatise on silver mining. Or, just say I'm your distant uncle who's initiating you into the ins and outs of...
那我扮成你的侄子，好问的学者。
I reckon I could pose as a...
Suit yourself. Just don't change your story, so you... But to the point, each day 3 shifts work in the shaft. Each has its foreman, or gaffer, as they say. The first shift is led by Frank, the second by Paul, and the third by Samko. Samko's hewers should be off work now. You'll find the other 2 shifts in the mine. Take this, so the guards will let you in. It's a letter of safe conduct.
And what are you going to do?
I'll return to the estate to do my job. What else? Once you find out how many corves the 3 shifts mined on the Feast of St. Petronilla, return to me. We'll compare that number. Don't forget.
挖了多少矿？
By the way,
well,
he was a great help to us at
even though we had some disagreements. If it weren't for him,
银子。
Who owns the silver that's mined here?
All the silver in the kingdom of Bohemia belongs to the king, whether it's above ground or still below it. Though I'm sure you understand, the king has a lot on his mind, so he leases out the mining rights to his tenants. There's a lot of money in it. The tenants have to pay the king, and that's the royal tithe.
What is this?
It's the whole process, from digging the silver ore out of the ground and process. Silver is found in ore veins underground. The pitmen mine it and get it to the surface. The chief foreman of a gallery counts the corves, and the assayer estimates the purchase price of the ore. The raw ore goes to the smelter, where it's crushed in a stamp mill before it can be purified by roasting. Roasted ore goes to the furnaces, where it's smelted into raw and then pure silver. Silver is then cast into rods about as thick as your little finger.
Can any silver...
It can. And unfortunately, it does happen. Most often, a pitman tries to smuggle pieces of ore under his cloak. Nevertheless, the entire path of the silver, from the ore beneath the ground to minted coins, so if someone is stealing large quantities...
Who checks
the royal mint master and his subordinates are responsible for collecting. That is why every step of the path of silver is monitored. The smelting works owners don't have to be monitored as closely, since they buy the ore from us. It's in their best interest to get the highest possible yield after deducting the royal share. The thing is, pitmen get paid for mining in the shaft. Mine operators get paid for raw ore. The smelters then smelt everything, sell the pure silver. The silver rubs off on the hands of anyone who even touch.
Oh.
Who's responsible for the smelt?
They have their own owners. They buy ore from us and smelt it into pure silver. Then, they deduct the royal tithe, and they can sell the rest. And not just silver. Processing the ore yields a variety of other materials that can...
What happens in the smelting?
Each smelting shop has a stamp mill, a roasting pit, and a smelting furnace. The stamp mill is used to crush the ore into small pieces to make it easier to process. After that, the crushed ore is roasted in a roasting pit to remove most of the impurities. Finally, everything is smelted in a furnace to...
So it's processed similar...
Yes, but in steelmaking, you don't have to weigh...
3次称重和击落。
How many mints are there in total?
Only the main one is left, the one in the Italian court. There used to be more of them throughout the kingdom. But King Wenceslas II united them. It was he who contributed the most to the rise of the Prague groschen. And of course, his own...
How are groschen?
The royal share from the smelting works goes to the mint in the Italian court. There, the coiners hammer it out into silver sheets for cutting the coin blanks. Then, in the Italian court's preghouse, our minters cut out and punch new groschen.
啊，也就是说，我现在要找3个工头做事咯。呀。 是矿井吗？哎，奇怪了。 它在下面呢。矿坑不知道在哪里。等等，应该有一个收工了呀。哼。
Whoa!
Blessings to you.
Are you Foreman Sam?
Aye.
My name is Henry. I'm a student from Prague, and I'm writing.
Why should I care?
Sir Christian told me to ask.
Ah, Sonny, I wouldn't mind having a game of dice. Then I'll tell you everything.
哎，快手又发火了！你还乖乖听话吧。
You should obey Sir Christian, and you don't want him coming to you when you're off.
That I don't care.
Oh.
What is the work of a...
Aye, that's a good question, Mara. But proper rest is even more important.
你们怎么休息的？
How many cores did you mine on...
I can tell you exactly. All the yakka, we managed to hulk 34 corves.
34
without
车。
skimping on hame time. First time in ages, that was.
等等，34车，先记住。
How much do you make doing this?
Don't even get me started.
半个国的声音，矿车都算不上，聊什么也太少了。
That's all I need.
I hope I...
想洗个脸呢。应该不用记吧。嘿，找到了。
Foreman Frank.
What you looking?
Sir Christian, I'm a student at the uni...
I didn't know you scribblers were interested, but you can't just amble around.
I just have a few questions.
The more we... But make it snappy, man.
How exactly do you...
Bloody hell. You take a kevil and ding away at the rock till it crumbles. And if you keep ganning at it for a couple of years and don't croak from the stide, then you...
I wonder...
That depends on how much ore you hulk out of this or that face.
How much did you mine, say?
Listen, kidder. Why do you need to know that for?
我写论文需要这个。
I really need to know it for my work. Est rerum omnium magister usus.
Aye, well, a clever head but a gawk candidate. It was a good gar on the feast of St. Petronilla.
36。
Our yakkers hewed 36 corpses.
Thanks.
Take care.
等等，36车，我还是记一下啊。这个入口不知道在哪里呢？
Look out! The ceilings are low, sir. Wouldn't want you to hit your head.
太多血了。还以为他有信息呢。 这边这个矿洞不知道在哪里进啊？这个矿道呢？要不等他换班？他这个矿工总不可能住里面吧？没事，我觉得他会换班的。珍珠里面呢？啊，那房子门口那边这个哪里哦？哦，看到了。完了，我的腿！救一下！你们也太惨了吧
Are you Foreman?
Hey! You walk like a... Hold on. I don't know ye.
My name's Henry. I'm a student at the uni. Are you praying?
The day before the feast of St. Petronilla, we dinged the berg, set it ablaze, all good. He took a mell. It all came crashing down.
That's awful.
He weren't just me marrow. He were my blood. He kept begging me to take him on a shift. And now...
天堂没有痛
There's no more
苦。
pain in heaven. Don't be so hard on yourself.
You're right. I hope the Lord has
山
welcomed
城
the
党我
poor
就不
lad
知
into
道
the
了。
kingdom of heaven. Will you pray with me for his soul one last...
Aye.
Here I can. Almighty and merciful God, our Father, you are the giver of gold, silver, bronze, copper,
Almighty
tin,
and merciful
iron,
God,
and
our
all
Father,
ores and metals.
you are the giver
I ask
of
that you
gold,
bless my
silver,
brother who has died in this
bronze,
mine.
copper,
And may your
tin,
holy angels
iron,
save his soul from
and all
damnation.
ores and
Bring his
metals.
soul to
I ask that
eternal
you bless
glory
my
through our
brother
Lord,
who has died
our
in
Saviour
this
and
mine.
Redeemer, Jesus
May your
Christ.
holy angels save his
Amen.
soul from damnation. Bring his soul to eternal glory through our Lord, our Saviour and Redeemer, Jesus Christ. Amen.
这下可以了。
Aye.
How much do you make doing this?
Depends on how much we hawk. It's not really worth it, though.
果然呢。
What is the work of a...
What it's about? It's a proper graft, that.
So how many corals did you...
That weren't a good day. But even so, we managed to hawk 30...
39
That's all I need.
If you say so.
等等，30车。诶，我不知道有没有走错。哦，没有。这一段是主线呢。哇，这矿坑真的不会塌吗？这不能再往上跑了，我上次是从这边掉下来的。米。走错了，好像。等等。喂，完了，怎么走？上次，我走这边了。不对，那还是要爬上去啊！完了，没有梯子上去吗？是吧
Good day.
等等，哎呀，是，应该是这边的。反正往上的就一直往上走，对了。好暗呢。哦。没摔死，真是万幸。我看他好像是在楼上啊。
Grüß dich.
You're the local...
Na ja.
My name is Henry. I study at the university in...
Wirklich? The Horsham shafts are some of the most profitable in... I am Hermann. If you have any Fragen, I...
As an ore merchant, what do you do?
My job is to buy ore from the mines and resell it to the... Every day I count the amount of the ore mined and test its quality. Depending on the quality, I then estimate the price at which I can...
那你一天要买多少车矿石呢？
How many core?
When you hew into hard rock, the yield is smaller than from soft rock, which crumbles with little.
Do you buy silver together with the stone?
I do. You can only get pure silver from the stone in the smelting works. That is why it is important to know how.
那怎么预估价格呢？
How do you estimate the price?
It takes skill and experience. I go through a few cores, get some samples, and bring them down here to assay them. Then I estimate the ratio of silver to the waste and set the price according to the...
好复杂。
And the price is always the same?
Nein. The price of the cores is determined by the highest bidder. The smelter that can pay the most gets it. The important thing is to keep an eye on costs, so we do not...
How many cores did you buy left?
Sancta Petronilla. Entschuldigung. I do not remember.
I apologize.
I already know it was 100.
刚好100乘30要
Meanwhile, I looked in
36
the
加
mine book.
30。
How many do you think it says there?
I'd guess it's less.
Then you'd be correct. The book lists 90 corves extracted.
90
That means
车。
10 corves of ore disappear each day. But nobody could just come along and take them. The unreported corves must be going out to smelting works with the rest of the ore. That means...
What does it mean?
that this is fraud of colossal proportions, and that Foreman Fett and
哇，他一
Herman the
波
Old
摊
Merchant are in
10
it up to
辆
their ears.
矿那个矿石啊，实车矿石。
What are we going to do about it?
Well, being involved in the theft of silver is a capital crime. So make sure to promise them no one will know about their crime. You can, when you've talked to them, come back to me and we'll...
让赫尔曼同意合作，就施展我嘴炮的时候到了。
We need to...
对字。
So Christian sent me. How do you explain that the miner has extracted 100 cores of...
If it says 90, there must have been 90.
Or someone is writing down...
I do not write anything in the book. Foreman Fett counts the corves here.
Don't tell me you don't count them too.
Do you have any idea how much ore passes besides? Miners can lie and...
All 3 crews agreed to report more. I seriously doubt...
你说的话讲不通啊！
Your story doesn't add up, Herman. We found out. Simple as that. Don't try to outsmart me and Sir Christian.
I am not trying to do anything. It was Fett's idea. He came to me saying we were going to deliver more corves. It was going well. I have always paid for what we put in the book. Then I got some geld from Fett on the side. On the feast of St. Petronilla, I was afraid they would be able to tell the difference. Nobody at the smelting works cared at all. I am sure they are in on it too.
这是持续多久了？
How long has this been going on?
Several months. Maybe half a year. About since Sigismund arrived.
半个月，就是那这个铸币官就是他来的时候就一直在贪污咯，应该是这样子。
Is Ulrich Vavak behind this?
The Mint Master? I have no idea. I am a mere assayer. I have never even met Vavak.
假装无事
So
发
Christian and
生。
I agreed to investigate the matter in secret. So just act like nothing's going on. Keep doing what you're doing. We don't want to scare off the people who are actually responsible. You understand?
Yeah, I understand. I will be as silent as the grave.
哦。
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
等等，费特同意合作。
Careful.
等等，先保存，我怕到时候对不过他。是我的，我都是默认的音效。
I'm Henry. Sir Christian sent me.
Don't tell me one of the yakkers shot.
I'm afraid it's a little worse than that.
Let Sir Christian handle it then.
And you're a fraud.
What did you...
I learned that the miners extracted no less than 100 corves, but the mine book says not...
Do you think the yakkers know how to count? And they like to show off? Anyway, what's on you know? I work for Vavek. The...
Aye, there's no point in denying.
Bloody snitch.
你不会的，你只是个无名小卒，同情他。
But like him, you have nothing to be afraid of. You're small fry. It's obvious there's some bigger fish involved.
Alright, I'll tell you what I know. As soon as I was made head gaffer, Amara, who works at the smelting works in Grund, came to me. He said someone wanted to talk to me. One of them. So I met this fella in the tavern in Grund. And he told me how it all... He told me the trick was not to report some of the extracted ore and transport it secretly to the smelters along with the rest. He made it very clear if I didn't play along, I could have an accident. There was nothing I could do.
那个家伙是谁呢？
Who was that fella from the smelter who came to you?
He never told me his name, even when I asked. He's a tall bloke, stocky, pockmarked. I don't scare easy, but this bloke was terrifying.
那持续
How long
多
has
久
this
呢
been？ going on?
他这个任务做的真的非常细呢，内容就文本量非常多。
Where can I find him?
You can't ask Kircher any questions. He fell down a shaft. They say he was drunk, but I don't think it was an accident.
Oh.
Who pays you on the side? You have to pay the miners for what they actually extracted.
I get the extra chink from the smelting works. It's enough for the yakkers and for Herman.
Do you think the mint master, Ulrich Vavak, is behind this?
I don't know. I've got naught bad to say about Vavak. He treats me canny whenever he shows up. He says if Christian gives us hassle, he'd sooner replace him than me. He really said that. The mint master himself.
All right. Christian won't give you any trouble.
Clear as a bell, Mara.
将你在矿脉中的发现告诉克里斯蒂安，还好说服了，不说服估计还挺麻烦。
I talked to...
And?
They did. I mean, I made them.
Did you tell them to keep quiet and act as...
I did.
Let's see what we've got so far. Those 10 unreported corves leave for the smelting works from here. If silver's going missing, that's where it must be happening. You'll have to go and look around and talk to the owner, Buresh.
应该蛮多的吧，否则的话，
How so?
Buresh is a very cautious and clever
哦。
man. I reckon he won't be happy to have someone snooping around his property. But he's the only one who can give you permission to walk round the smelting works without the guards bothering you.
Something like your letter of safe conduct. How can I persuade him to give me one?
Like I said, it won't be easy. Nevertheless, I found you'll pretend to be a nobleman interested in buying some smelting works.
A nobleman?
又强办规则。
Baresh won't be as easily fooled as the simple pitman here. You'll have to dress like a real nobleman. That means no plate armor, or, God forbid, bloody rags. But listen, don't carry a weapon. Buresh has a morbid fear of someone. You must come to him dressed to the nines and act impeccable. In short, be charismatic.
好吧。
What should I...
Like I said, if you don't have anything of the sort, if you're and make sure you wash up before you go. You
洗
can't go
个
and
澡。
see him looking like...
What else should I know about the smelting?
这是香香的，再涂
In the smelting
个
works,
香
ore
水
from the。mines is crushed, ground, then they give part of the silver to the king for the minting of groschen, and sell off the rest.
What should I know about this Buresh before I talk to
够
him?
我还有
He's the
香水
slyest
呢。
fox of them all. He started to prosper soon after, and not even Sigismund's arrivals. Now he's doing better and better. But whether that means he's involved in something...
I got it.
好
Here,
的，
I've written you a letter of introduction to take... I reckon he won't be thrilled, but he won't turn you down. Ask him discreetly, in passing, how many corves he took from our mines on the feast of St. Pet. If my guess is correct, it should be 90.
90
It
车。
still doesn't prove you could get something out of the workers. When you're in the smelting works, good luck, Henry.
那边我不能动武了。诶，保存吧，等会儿要过去。